And we are here at the David Braley Athletic Recreation Center, and we are getting set for a game between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the Humber Hawks.
This is going to be a huge game for Mohawk playing against a tough Humber team. They both have 5 wins in the season so far. This is going to be a tough matchup for the Mountaineers today.
Big game for both teams, and we're going to go to the starting lineups right now.
It's going to be Mohawk just came off a strong win against Niagara over the past weekend, and they're really looking to continue the momentum with these next games. They have a tough schedule coming up for them.
Absolutely, they played some easier opponents. They're coming off against that win against Niagara that you mentioned. Niagara is 0-6 on the year. Mohawk won that game 97-77. But this Humber team is going to be a tough test today. They're right behind Mohawk in the standings at 5-2.
Starting at guard, standing 6'3" out of Oakwood, Toronto, number 4.
And we see the starting lineups being introduced now for the Mountaineers team. And I had a chance to talk to Andrew Cicattini before the game. Here with Andrew Cicattini, forward for the Mountaineers. Andrew, when you started playing, when did you start playing basketball? How old were you?
Probably in grade 5. Might have been 10 years old, something like that.
Who was your favorite player to watch when you were growing up?
I watched I guess I grew up watching every Raptors game, so it's probably Vince Carter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there anybody that you modeled your game after, either then or now?
Chris Bosh growing up, I turned into that kind of player, more of a post with a little bit of a jumper, but, Chris Bosh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last game, you guys were really moving the ball well on offense, moving it around, zipping it on offense. Does Coach Jonker really stress that in practice?
Yeah, he has been lately. Yeah, because we don't really have a point guard, so without a point guard, the ball doesn't really move. So we kind of just have to. Well, in practice and that we've been practicing zipping it here and there, and yeah, just so we get more comfortable with.
So everyone really creates the offense and passes the ball around.
Basically, yeah.
And what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
Just a win. A win.
Okay, thank you very much, Andrew. And back to Sean. And we are set to tip this game off, and we heard it from Andrew Cicattini. They're looking for a win in this game, Sean.
Definitely. This is going to be a huge game for them with Humber so close in the rankings with them. It's a loss here is not going to be good for their rankings. Tied for second with Humber and another 2 teams, Fanshawe and St. Clair.
And Humber comes away with the rebound there off the Cicattini miss. That's number 4, Chad Bewley. Nice pass inside. Blocked by Dowhannick, and he comes away with the rebound. That is Taylor Dowhannick. He's leading this team in blocks right now with 4 per game.
He's a huge presence in the interior right now, and they're lucky that Mohawk, they have a true center in Dowhannick that can really just play the interior defense that they need.
And he's really invaluable because other players on defense, they're able to be more aggressive when they know they have Dowhannick as a last line of defense.
Definitely. His help defense is phenomenal, and he's always ready to step up, and he's always looking out to help his team out on the defensive in the interior especially.
Quick pace to this game so far, no scoring yet. There's Matt Fennell over to Reese. Now it's Dennis Brereton. Cicattini sees an advantage, and he banks the shot in. Andrew Cicattini, he's coming off a solid performance in the win against Niagara. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's really been one of their most consistent players this season.
Definitely. When you have someone contributing a consistent double-double each game, it's huge, especially Cicattini attacking the net the way he has been. He plays a great inside game. And as you saw, a very Chris Bosh-esque jumper he had there.
Exactly. Off the backboard, I think Chris Bosh would approve.
Yeah, exactly.
Comes up with the rebound there and pushes it ahead to X. X with a nice spin move, gets to the basket there, fouled. Free throws coming up. 2-0 lead early on for the Mountaineers. And Xenis Brereton, the man they call X, looking to extend the lead.
That foul there was on RJ Ramirez. Not happy about that, but
off on the first. And And this should be an exciting contest. Both of these teams have really been blowing out teams. The Mountaineers are averaging 95 points per game on the season, only allowing 75 from opponents. And the Hawks, they're averaging 84 points a game, only allowing 63. So both teams averaging about a 20-point win.
That's really huge. It speaks about how they're playing basketball on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
And here's Cicatini with a huge dunk. Slams it home.
Monster slam from Cicatini, dominating on the inside.
We see a nice drive there by number 12, RJ Ramirez.
Quick answer from Ramirez.
That was a huge dunk by Cicatini, though. Here's X with a nice pass. Cicatini trying to handle it. He dribbles it, holds onto it. Could have been fouled there, no call. Now the Hawks are off to the races the other way. And that is Edelsword with the lay-in.
Definitely did not go the way that Mohawk wanted it to.
And there's Matt Fennell leading the team in scoring at 22.7 points per game. Up and under move there, a little fancy move there from number 4, Bewley.
Interesting extension. He tried to really create that from nothing.
And Brereton rises up for 3 off the mark. His game is more so driving to the basket and creating for others.
Definitely. He has a great first step, and when he's explosive when he attacks the lane.
Really quick. He's usually one of the quickest players out on the floor. We see the zone defense from Mohawk right now. Dowhanick pulls the rebound down. And here's Matt Fennell. Check to see him pull up for 3. He does that a lot. And it's good from downtown James Street. Matt Fennell.
Huge 3 from Fennell. Great setup, and pulls up on a dime to nail that one.
And Fennell is really this team's sharpshooter. He was 8 from 14 from 3-pointers in their last game against the Niagara Knights.
And shooting so consistently from beyond the arc from like that is huge for any team. It really is a dagger emotionally and on the scoreboard as well.
Oh, it really kills the other team when he just pulls up in transition and knocks down a 3.
On that last 3, he made it look so casual. It's disheartening for the other team.
In addition to working on his 3-point range, Matt Fennell has also been working on his mustache game.
It is quite phenomenal right now. Definitely sporting the Movember look.
Movember in full effect for the Mountaineers, Matt Fennell. Cicatini for a 3, that's not in his game. Chris Bosch shoots the occasional 3, though. Maybe he was inspired by Bosch there, wide open. Fennell battles for it, tips it to Cicatini, finds X. X headed back to the line.
When you leave Cicatini so open like that, it's hard for him not to take a shot square on at the net. And Fennell crashed the board phenomenally there to get the ball right back.
Yeah, this whole team is playing with a lot of intensity early on. Brereton splashes the first. We see Coach Jonker talking to Cicatini now. Not sure what he said. Maybe he was telling him, keep it on the inside. No more 3s for you. Leave that up to Matt Fennell. Now here's Bewley. He's all over the place now. He's playing like he's Allen Iverson or Carmelo Anthony right now.
He's a big man, but he's playing with handles, so it's interesting to see what he's going to do.
Jumper air ball, rebounded by the Hawks though. Shot clock was not reset. Shot clock should not have been reset, and it was. And that's why we have a stoppage of play right here. Now the clock is adjusted to 9 seconds. 10-4 lead halfway through this first quarter for the Mountaineers. Here's Junior Davis with the ball. Almost stolen by Jeff Hunt. He's one of the key players off the bench for the Mountaineers.
Huge contributor off the bench, Jeff Hunt.
And there's Bewley with the 3-pointer. We've seen a little bit of everything from Bewley so far. Some up and under moves down low, some behind the back dribbles.
Let's just see if he can start connecting on all facets of the game. He's gonna be a real scary.
Fennell again.
Stolen by Hunt and quick basket by Brereton.
And we have a traveling call. too many steps.
Bewley could not get the ball down first before he took his first step, and the ref was sharp on it.
And Patrick Ivaroni checks into the game. He's really an instant offense guy for this Mountaineers team. He's also really solid on defense. He plays with 100% effort every single possession. Dowhanic struggles to get it to Matt Fennell, battling for the rebound, gets a couple of opportunities, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Dowhanic really threaded the needle there to get the ball to Fennell in the first place, and Fennell would not quit on that basket, getting 2 offensive rebounds for himself.
Just really relentless pressure there, just getting rebound after rebound, second and third looks for the Mountaineers.
This is going to be huge down the line for the Mountaineers, getting second chances like that, and even if they're not connecting on them, sending them to the line like this is great for players like Fennell, who are so consistent from the free throw line.
Fennell's stroke is true. He knocks down both free throws. A little bit of ragged play now as the Hawks eventually set up their offense. Ivaroni guarding the ball. He's really a tough defender. He's averaging 3.3 steals to lead this Mountaineers team in defense.
He really has a huge motor on defense, which plays huge for the Mountaineers.
Sicatini is just a monster on the boards, and he comes away with another board there. See Fennell to Sicatini to Jeff Hunt. Even though Jeff Hunt's a big man, he's a really effective three-point shooter. Catches teams off guard with his three-point shooting ability.
Foul called on Dowhanic gives Mohawk the chance to implement the full court press.
And that's something that Coach Brian Jonker likes to do a lot. He likes to apply full court pressure. He's got a lot of depth on this team. He likes to rotate players in and out to keep them fresh.
It's been effective for them so far this season, so it's really something that's been a strong part of their game.
Dowhanic comes up with the steal now. Jeff Hunt over to Fennell, look for a drive to the basket, but he pulls up instead off the mark. A couple of Hawks players fight for the rebound, and they come away with it. Offensive foul on the Humber Hawks.
You gotta love the ball movement that's been going on for Mohawk right now. They've been passing with precision all across the court. The shots haven't been necessarily falling for them on that last play, but if they keep communicating like this and moving the ball well, it's going to be easy baskets for them in the long haul.
Well, that's right, Sean. When I talked to Andrew Sicatini before the game, he said that Coach Jonker was really stressing a lot of ball movement because this team doesn't have a true point guard, so everyone has to fill in a little bit and move that ball, pass it around.
And it's not a problem as long as they're communicating and distributing the ball effectively, which they do. There's no heroes on this team. It's really despite Fennell being the leading scorer, he still dishes the ball quite frequently. They move the ball well.
Alex Reese checking into the game. We see Jeff Hunt some of his volleyball skills on display as he tried to tap that ball to a teammate, but the Hawks came up with it anyway. And here's Patrick Ivaroni drawing a foul and earning his team an extra possession.
Great pickup, great charge drawn by Ivaroni there off the ball. He's a smart player like that, and he's always looking to give his team a chance to get ahead.
A second-year player, and he's got a good motor. He's always moving at 100 miles an hour, it seems like, when he's out on the court. Alex Reese, the fifth-year player, drives to the basket and is fouled.
Great attack to the rim. Puts the ball up at the right time.
And you didn't really expect him to blow by his defender like he did. I think he caught his opponent off guard. You see the big body there, but Reese is sneaky quick.
It all comes down to that first step he has, and as long as he's about to get by you with that first step, it's easy buckets for him. He's a big body, and he can attack the rim with his size.
And we've seen in the last game, he really has soft hands. He's made a number of nifty inside passes.
That's not only the only facet of Reese's game either. He can also hit from distance if he wants to.
And this is Gibson Ediful who bring the ball up now, and then he gets it to Sam Hinton. Ediful. Solid defense by the Mountaineers. We have a hand check on Dennis Brereton. Tough call with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock, but he absolutely grabbed the defender. And we have a timeout on the floor. Things really going Mohawk's way early on, Sean.
Definitely. This is a great start for Mohawk. They really need to keep this tempo up for the rest of the game. Attacking the rim and moving the ball well is really going to keep Humber on their heels.
And holding Humber to only 7 points with 8 minutes into this game. This Humber team averages 84 a game.
That's crucial in stifling them, but Mohawk has plays phenomenal defense. Like really illustrating the point about Sikatini, that they don't have a true point guard, but they have so much height and across the roster that it's really hard to get shots up on them, even out in the perimeter. So trying to get a shot over Matt Fennell on the exterior is never easy.
Or Dow Hannock down low. I wouldn't want to try.
Definitely not.
Communicate this zone right now. Hey, listen.
Mohawk coach is really stressing the zone defense for their players.
And a huge part of that zone defense is communication. You guys they need to be help out each other as much as possible, and talking is a huge part of that.
That's right, Sean. When one player moves, they have to know where the other player is going, and talking is one way of helping each other out. Hawks look to get the ball in bounds. Nice crossover there. Still not able to crack the zone defense. Nice inside pass, but broken up by Dow Hannock. Dow Hannock was last year's West Division Defensive Player of the Year. You see why on that play there.
He has great sense for the ball, and combined with those long arms, it's
that huge wingspan. He knocks it away again.
It's monstrous, and he can be all over the court from standing right in the middle.
And shot clock violation there.
Humber's looking to apply the press here, see if Mohawk can break.
And Dow Hannock's really a great guy to have when facing a press defense, because you can just throw a ball up in the air and he's almost likely to come down with it no matter what.
That's definitely something that they implement in their press break, connecting with Dow Hannock in the middle. Such a tall target, it's really hard to defend him.
Dow Hannock battling down low now, 3 defenders on him, fires it up and banks it in. Stares down the defender after the shot.
Phenomenal touch under pressure. Despite being double teamed with contact, he still gets the ball up with a beautiful touch.
A little high how you doing after the fact too.
Definitely sets the tone.
See that defensive pressure being applied by Ivoroni, who checks out now as he kicked the ball, but able to disrupt the play. Matt Fennell and Dennis Brereton back out on the court, along with Sikatini. Sikatini tips it away. How many tip balls have we seen so far?
More than you can count.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to count them.
They're really playing great defense and really keeping aware of where the ball is going, what's going on, and they can get a hand in it when they know when they communicate and move effectively.
Some nice moves out there on the court by Ediful, but he's blocked by Matt Fennell.
Matt Fennell was following that play the entire time and knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. And swiftly denied him.
Dennis Brereton to Sikatini. Sikatini, nice pass to Fennell. Nice, great cut by Fennell.
Beautiful finish by Fennell and an awesome pass by Sikatini, an absolute laser beam.
And you can see why Fennell is 3rd in the OCAA in scoring. He scores from any place on the court, all over, outside, inside.
He's truly a defender's worst nightmare. He can, he's with such a big frame, he can attack the paint like nobody's business, but at the same time, he's got a phenomenal shot.
X on the breakaway here. Fumbles the ball, puts it in anyway. Gets in the face of the defender afterwards. Says, you can't guard me.
Great poise by Brereton on that one.
Here's Ediful. Rough start for this Humber Hawks team. Sikatini with the rebound, no doubt about that. Here's Fennel. Look for him to pull up from 3. Matt Fennel off the mark, but Jeff Hunt is there, and he gets hit. No call.
Hauled down by number 11 on Humber.
Surprise there. That looked like a horse collar foul.
Really? That should have been 15 yards. Jermaine Lightbody finishes on the other end for Humber.
9 seconds to go in the quarter. Matt Fennel holds on to the ball. Gets it to Brereton. Jeff Hunt. Despite that miss by Jeff Hunt, the Mountaineers lead 21-9 after 1 quarter of a play against a solid Humber team.
Huge quarter for Mohawk. Limiting Humber to single digits on the scoreboard is crucial.
Absolutely great defensive effort. And we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from that first quarter. There were plenty of them for the Mohawks. Hey, when you're counting down the highlights, do you just give us like in 5 seconds? 'Cause it's kind of hard to
Huge bank by Cicatini there. Another aggressive, monster dunk by Cicatini on there. He's been playing great inside the paint this entire game.
That was a huge dunk to get this game started. It really set the tone early on.
There was a casual stop by Fennel and for the drain 3.
You see a little leg spread by Exenis Brereton as he gets the layup. Little Michael Jordan move.
That was Chad Bewley hitting from distance, but he hasn't had much else than that today.
And Fennel down low.
So far, it's been a great first quarter for Mohawk. They really got to keep up this momentum, Kyler.
Absolutely. They've been substituting players in and out, keeping players fresh.
Players like Patrick Ivoroni and Jeff Hunt off the bench are really crucial for this team. They're players that can contribute, and they don't skip a beat when they sub out their big stars like Fennel.
Not only do they get their starters a rest, but like you said, they don't miss a beat.
It's really crucial when you have players like Ivorone with such a high motor on defense that are just causing other teams' guards fits.
And the Humber team really seemed to have their confidence shaken by the end of that first quarter there. Every time they tried to pass the ball, they could not get a clear pass into their fellow teammates. Everything was being disrupted.
Mohawk's defense is one of the best parts of their game so far this season. It's truly stifling, and it makes other teams really frustrated when they're trying to set up their offense.
Well, this has really been a good season so far for the Mountaineers. They're 5-1 in the regular season. They've been dominant. They did have one surprising loss to Sinclair as Humber hits a three-pointer there. That's Matthew Marshall. But the Mountaineers, even going back to the preseason where they were 10-0, combine that with their regular season record, and they're 15-1 in their last 16 games played. Cicatini goes to work down low. He gets fouled.
It's been a great season so far for Mohawk. They've been playing great basketball. Despite the rough loss to St. Clair, it was really, they weren't playing their game in that game. They really needed to play Mohawk basketball in order to win. But if you were able to rematch Mohawk and St. Clair again, it could definitely be a different game.
Yeah, well, in that game against St. Clair, they shot only 1 from 18 from the three-point line, and the three-point line has really been one of their strengths this season. And St. Clair actually shot 15 for 31 from the three-point line. And despite that huge discrepancy, Mohawk only lost by 5 points. So you have to still be encouraged, even though you have that one loss on the season. This team looks to go far, and they want to win another OCAA championship and a national title as well. That's number 12, Ramirez, hitting the sideline jumper. Dennis Brereton working now. Nice pass to Fennel, who's not able to connect down low, though. Good defense here from the Mountaineers.
It's been getting really physical down low in the paint so far.
Ramirez, back-to-back jumpers from the same spot. Don't let him open down there.
That cuts Mohawk's lead to just 4.
And we got Jeff Hunt bringing the ball up now. That's a little bit of a surprise. And we see that breakaway here for the Hawks. And that's not a beautiful layup, but it's 2 points nonetheless.
Really illustrates what Cicatini was saying in the interview about how they don't have a true point guard. Almost anyone can bring the ball up in this offense.
Cicatini looking to bring it up. Stolen. Jermaine Lightbody, who just hit the layup. Almost hits that one, but no. And the Mohawks coming the other way now. A little bit of sloppy play here. Need to get back to some solid offense. Alex Reese fouled. Will shoot free throws.
Huge play for Reese to get to the line right there. As you could feel the momentum swinging in favor of Humber. Mohawk really needs to put points on the board here and extend their lead.
Yeah, a quick 10 points from Humber. Cut this lead right to 2.
Sloppy turnovers caused by Humber's press really swayed the momentum in their favor. Reese doesn't connect on the first one.
Alex Reese makes the second free throw. We have a timeout on the floor. Mountaineers really need to regroup here after this timeout, Sean.
Definitely. Coach Yonker trying to corral his troops and put some energy back into their step. They really need to push the ball better and attack the rim with more efficiency and eliminate the mistakes, especially on the bringing up the ball. Sloppy turnovers have led to easy baskets for Humber.
Yeah, I know that Cicatini said this team doesn't really have a true point guard, but I think if they get Matt Fennell or Exenis Brereton to bring the ball up, that would be able to evade some of the pressure on defense from Humber.
Definitely, it's been interesting for Mohawk. They've had Dowhanick and Jeff Hunt both bring up the balls on separate occasions. It's kind of been interesting for the tallest guys on the court to be handling the ball up the court, and it's kind of backfired on them so far.
I agree, Sean. I don't think that's how Coach Jonker probably drew it up. He's probably telling his teammates or his team right now to get the ball to his smaller players to handle it.
Definitely, find the dribblers on the court, people who are more confident bring up the ball under pressure. Someone like, even just how tall they are, the distance the ball has to travel to get back up to their hand, just gives guards an opportunity to steal the ball. Basic physics.
And now Jalen Bailey, the first-year player for the Mountaineers, is out on the court. And he's been one of the ball handlers for Coach Jonker so far this season.
It's definitely someone who they need to contribute more off the bench. He hasn't been getting enough minutes, but he'll definitely be relied on for a role in the future for this team.
And Dowhanick skies for the rebound and brings it down for the Mountaineers, who head the other way. Here's Bailey now looking for Fennell. Fennell pulls up for the 3, but we have a foul call. Pushing foul on Humber, out of bounds to the Mountaineers.
Shame that foul was called just a second early. It looked like Fennell had a clear shot. It might have been a dagger.
Cicatini going to work down low. And just miscommunication with Bailey. Bailey looking the other way. He zigged when Cicatini thought he was going to zag, and we have a turnover on the Mountaineers.
Simple communication error. I don't think Bailey was expecting it, but
and that's the experience too. He's the least experienced player out on the floor right now for the Mountaineers.
You definitely get a sense of the starters. They have a real mesh between them. It looks like they've been playing together for a long time.
And the tough afternoon continues for Bailey as he fouls the 3-point shooter for Humber. Ramirez will take 3 free throws. You know, it's a cardinal sin to shoot a jump shooter. You definitely do not want to shoot one who is attempting a 3.
Yeah, really. You don't want to. You really want to keep your hands straight up when you're looking to get in the face of someone shooting a 3-pointer.
And Patrick Ivaroni, the Mountaineers defensive specialist, is educating Bailey right now, telling him to keep his hands up, not fall for the pump fakes.
It's how they're going to catch guys, right? It's important you stay on your feet and not get caught on these pump fakes.
Final free throw coming up for Ramirez. Gets 2 out of 3. Ivaroni, Dihanik bringing the ball up again. Maybe Dihanik's the new point guard. He's got some nice dribble moves there. Gets it over to Fennel though. Bailey now. Bailey drives past the defender. Dihanik open, that's in his game, but he misfires there. Fennel, good defense there to prevent the transition opportunity.
Yeah, just to step up like that really just slowed down the entire transition, which was crucial for Mohawk to get back.
It's little plays like that. Could have been a 2-on-1 breakaway. Ramirez, that's his spot. But Fennel was able to stop the breakaway. Dihanik gets rebounds up high. He gets them down low too, as he gets it up to Fennel. And the defensive intensity picking up for the Humber Hawks right now is Mohawks struggling to get into their offensive set, and Bailey casually drains the three.
Looks happy about it. Defense wasn't giving him enough respect. Maybe they'll take a second look next time.
Mountaineers communicating well on defense now, moving together as a unit. Collapsing on all players. Here's Bewley. He fires the three, and we have a shove after the play. And we might have a double foul here. Bewley and Ivaroni getting involved in it a little bit. Jonker unhappy with the call.
As with Ivarone, they both are pretty shocked about what happened. It looked like Bewley really just tossed Ivarone to the side there. But
yeah, Jonker getting heated about that right now. Bewley looked like he made the shot, then Ivaroni was standing right beside him, and he just pushed him out of his way.
Jonker definitely not happy with the referee right now.
No, we have an extended conversation going on.
Jonker just said the exact same thing. He just threw Ivaroni out of bounds after the play was already over. Looks like it's going to be a no foul call.
It was either a double foul or a no foul.
Yeah.
Either way, we didn't need to have that. None of that. Here's Ivaroni now. Off the mark. And we have a tight game now. Humber's worked their way back in, can take the lead here, but no. Mitchell off the mark. Another rebound vacuumed up by Dihanik. And here's Bailey with the ball. Ivaroni gets to Cicatini right in his office. That's his wheelhouse, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Beautiful move by Cicatini to get to the net. Wait for Ivaroni to connect with him, make the pass into the paint for him.
Absolutely, and Cicatini's got a lot of post moves down low. That is his bread and butter. Cicatini misfires on the first free throw there, and he's shooting 62.9% from the free throw line on the season, which surprisingly misses the second. It's just a shade below his field goal percentage. He's shooting higher from the floor than he is from the free throw line.
He really does have such a beautiful touch around the net, which is where he's taking most of his shots. Really high percentage shot type shooter. So
right around 63% from both the field and the free throw line. Wide open pass, mishandled.
Gibson Ediful not happy with that.
Unhappy with his own performance there, just mishandled the ball when he was wide open. This game's really tightened up here. We saw a lot of offense early on, especially from the Mountaineers, and not a lot of scoring in this second quarter. It's been a defensive battle.
Definitely, yeah. Humber's definitely stepped up their defense this second quarter so far, really limiting Mohawk's chances to attack the net.
That's right, and we see Jermaine Lightbody checking into the game.
Ediful takes a seat.
Bailey receives the ball, stops his dribble, gets to Cicatini. Tough pass from Cicatini, but he gets bailed out on the foul call from Dihanik was fouled, and he's lining up to go to the free throw line.
We are already in bonus, 5 minutes into the second, or 5 minutes left in the second. This is going to be huge for Mohawk.
Hopefully they can use that to their advantage getting to the line. Dihanik makes both free throws to give the Mountaineers a 28-25 lead. Here's Lightbody, has an opening to the basket, but pulls it back out. Interior pass is tipped away by Dihanik. Dennis Brereton gets it over to Bailey. He's a shooter. He pulls up off the mark. Dihanik is right there for the rebound. Cicatini back in his office, back to the free throw line. Go ahead, Sean.
That was a great play by Dowhanick to not force the shot up after he was being double teamed. They were really pressing him, and to have the presence of mind to connect with Cicatini just right and close like that was crucial for Mohawk.
And Cicatini, who we see, he missed his last 2 free throws. I expect him to make both of these ones. It's the law of averages right there.
He does connect on both. Those are great shots on both of those.
Mohawk taking a small lead now, 5 points. Bewley working the ball around the horn. Ramirez, he's been their outside shooter so far. Not shy on that one, hits an outside 3.
Impressive from Ramirez. Only a little window for that shot to get up on. Still connects.
See Dowhanick. Good job by Brereton to handle the ball, but just misfires it. We're going to have an over and back call here. It was a tough pass to Brereton from Dowhanick. He was able to hold it, but just threw it away immediately after.
It was a bit out of control there, but hopefully Mohawk will be able to step up on defense here and get it back.
Here's Ramirez running the show for Humber. Brereton fights over the screen, good defense. Ramirez drives to the basket. You see that length of Dowhanick, but unable to stop. Number 13 for Humber, Ryan Cook.
Ramirez had to completely adjust his shot to get it off around Dowhanick, and it did cause the miss, but
Dowhanick's teammates really need to step in there. There's only so many times he can alter a shot. He can't alter every shot and get the rebound. He needs some of his teammates to help secure the defensive rebound.
Absolutely. The second chances that Humber's getting is unacceptable. They really need to get a body on all these crashers.
Hopefully Bailey can get his game going with a couple of free throws, although he misses on the first. One thing that we haven't seen very much of in this game is the connection of Xenis Brereton and Matt Fennell. They've worked really good together all season. They just seem to know where each other are on the court at all times, and that connection has been stymied so far, not getting any plays together.
Yeah, you know, Fennell's first year on the team, he's been playing. He plays like he's been with these guys since high school. Like they have great communication, and it's really been working in their favor all season. But it hasn't been working tonight.
As Humber's able to score down low there. And this is Fennell's first year with the Mountaineers, but he does have OCAA experience, having played for previous teams. Deep 3 from Fennell, no good. Dowhanick just getting every rebound, puts it back. Strong effort by Taylor Dowhanick.
Yeah, monster rebound for Dowhanick, and then to put it back up under pressure. Really should have got a foul call there as well, but he fought through.
Working hard. Here's Lightbody, touch shot, not air ball. He commits the foul after probably a little upset with himself after that sequence.
Yeah, sloppy foul by Humber is going to send Mohawk right back to the line. 3 minutes.
That's the last thing you want to do when your opponent has the ball 85 feet away from the basket, is to give them easy buckets.
Absolutely. Reese had no chance to do anything except start moving up the court, but Humber just did it for him.
Alex Reese is a good free throw shooter at 77% on the season. Misses the second, but Cicatini's there for the rebound. Has good position, but not able to hit the bucket. Here's Xenis Brereton trying to come up with the loose ball, and he does. Looking for Cicatini, but no, he puts it to Reese instead. Reese makes up for his missed free throw with the bucket down low.
Beautiful fake to Cicatini from Brereton, and then connecting with Reese for an easy bucket.
Absolutely, he faked me out.
Sent all the defenders reeling.
Interior pass to Humber now. Length of Jeff Hunt alters the play. Missed shot by Humber. Bewley sets it up to Ramirez now. Brett Newman working hard down low. Both coaches not happy with the refs right now. Both teams looking for foul calls.
It's definitely been a physical game on both sides of the ball. No one's really giving up anything.
Brereton with an unbelievable pass to Cicatini, but we have a charging foul first. Beautiful pass to Cicatini. Too bad that was called back.
Beautiful play.
Little crossover move behind the back pass, but unfortunately there's a charging foul and we're headed the other way with Humber.
Cicatini's got the taste of the dunks now. He's really looking to attack the rim with some ferocity.
Well, he told us before the game that Vince Carter was his favorite player to watch.
Might be seeing a little Vinsanity here tonight.
36-34 as this second quarter draws to a close. Ramirez from a deep downtown three, off the mark. Kind of a heat check play there. Alex Reese getting inside Jeff Hunt. Fennell keeps it alive, off the mark. Battle for the ball down low. Cicatini, who else comes up with it? He's fouled, he'll head to the line.
This is huge for Mohawk. This is what the offense needs to do, get all these second chances, keep attacking the rim, out rebounding Humber.
Cicatini's first shot is good. Connects on both to give the Mountaineers a 4-point lead.
Cicatini's teammates so confident in his shooting, they didn't even bother to come in and line up for the second free throw. They just sat back on defense and waited for him to nail it.
They said, we knew you were going to make it, big fella. Here's Bewley now working the ball. Gets to Sam Hinton. Corner three from Ramirez. Off the mark, Jeff Hunt is there.
Great
able
board
to
by
use
Hunt.
his length. Here's Ivoroni. Reese is wide open. They finally find him. But Humber is back and able to set up their defense. Ivoroni looking for someone. Finds Fennell. Fennell working down low now. We have an up and down call. Traveling on Fennell. Really battling against the defense down low. A lot of contact.
Very physical game down low today, Kyler. Both teams are playing quite strong.
Solid defensive effort all around. Coach Jonker yelling not to foul. Jonker not happy with the foul calls. And this is the most aggravated I can say that we've seen Coach Jonker at home all season. He's had a slew of somewhat easy opponents, you could say. They played Niagara on the road. Of course, last game, Niagara's 0-6. The last time we saw the Mountaineers here at home at the David Braley Athletic Recreation Center was against the Cambrian Golden Shield, and Mohawk was able to hand them 2 losses in a doubleheader last weekend, winning by a combined 100 points in both of those games.
Both of those wins were quite convincing for Mohawk. They really attacked defensively and used the defense and turned it into points on the board. They really didn't give Cambrian anything to work with.
Yeah.
And Jonker hasn't really been stressed out at home so far. The team's been having pretty easy wins, confident wins, but right now it's been really scrappy, and Jonker's not happy about the way the game's being called.
Yeah, he's really getting into it with the referees a little bit. We saw that. He's been warned about picking up a technical foul, not happy with some of the calls. He's really having to earn his paycheck today.
Definitely. Both these coaches are giving the referees grief right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how the referees react to that in the long run.
I think on that previous play where Coach Jonker got into it with the referee might have been aware that he didn't have the correct call, and that's why he didn't give Jonker the technical, because he knew that the call might have been the way that Jonker actually saw it.
Definitely, and that's part of the job of being a referee. Sometimes you might not necessarily have the right call, but you got to keep rolling and not let it affect the way you call the rest of the game. So
absolutely,
cooler
Sean.
heads have to prevail.
Here's Ramirez passing to Bewley. Good defense by Cicatini, forces a crazy shot from Bewley off the backboard. He shoots the brick. Alex Reese now sets the screen out. Reese trying to get it inside. And the ball battled for coming away with Bewley. Sam Hinton with the ball over to Bewley. Bewley working against Ivoroni. There's that behind the back move that he loves. Pulls up for a nice jumper.
All he needed was that 1 second to create separation for Bewley to connect with that shot.
And here we see Ivoroni pushing the tempo. Jeff Hunt drives. He's fouled. More free throws for the Mountaineers.
That's what Mohawk needs to do. Just attack, attack, attack. Respond to anything that Humber throws at you. Just go back, right back at him. Don't give him a chance to celebrate.
And that was created by Ivoroni, not putting his head down when they were scored upon, but pushing the tempo right away, and he's able to get a couple of free throws for Jeff Hunt.
That's something Ivoroni does really well. He really keeps rolling with the punches and doesn't let the negative things affect him. And if anything, it fuels him, and he keeps going harder.
Yeah, we saw Ivoroni get into it with Bewley earlier on the push after Bewley's shot, but Ivoroni not backing down at all.
Hunt connects on that first shot.
Hunt makes both free throws to give the Mountaineers a 41-38 lead. And the Hawks will have 5.7 seconds to push the ball up the floor. They get it to the speedy Ramirez. Bailey applies the pressure, but commits the intentional foul.
Smart foul. He was going to be beat, and Mohawk has a foul to give right now, so you don't want to get burned like that and have a 5-on-4 opportunity with only 5 seconds left.
Now only 3.7 on the clock. Ramirez is going to have to pull up, and he almost hits that one, but no good. After 1 half of play, the Mountaineers clinging to a small lead after jumping out to an early first quarter 10-point lead, down to only 2. And we'll take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. There were plenty of them. Ramirez loves that corner spot. He hit a number of jumpers from right over there.
There's another one from Ramirez.
Bailey pulls up and hits the casual three-pointer. There's Ramirez again.
He really attacked Mohawk.
He really brought the Hawks back into this game. There he is again, but missing, but creating an offensive opportunity for his teammates. Sneaky pass by Bewley.
We're gonna need more of that from Reese and Brereton.
And we see that beautiful pass by Xenius Brereton.
Unfortunately, they did not get those points to count, but more plays like that is really gonna set the tempo in favor of Mohawk.
After 1 half of play, it's the Mountaineers 40, Humber Hawks 38. We'll be back with second half action after this. Welcome back. We are gearing up for the second half between the Humber Hawks and the Mohawk Mountaineers. A close first half so far, Sean.
Definitely. This has been both back and forth game for both teams right now. It's been interesting, scrappy and physical on both sides of the ball. It's been exciting to watch, definitely.
Absolutely. The Mountaineers jumped out to a big lead in the first quarter, 21-9, and then the Humber Hawks flipped the script in the second quarter, and Mountaineers come away with a 2-point lead after 20 minutes of play. The second half is going to be getting ready to start very soon. Now,
Mohawk just came off a strong win against Niagara, but Humber has just recently came off a 1-point loss against first place Sheridan in the league. Humber was up for all of the fourth quarter, but Sheridan hits a dagger 3 in the last seconds from Trevor Williams to give them the win and keep them undefeated. Trevor Williams is familiar to the Mohawk team because he destroyed them last year in the OCA tournament, draining 35 points on them en route to their loss. It's been an interesting season, and Sheridan's definitely the team to beat so far, and both teams are definitely have the ability to destroy them.
Absolutely. Sheridan's 7-0 on the year. They're the team to defeat The Mohawk Mountaineers are second in the West Division in the OCAA, though, right behind Sheridan at 5-1. And the second half is now underway. You see Taylor Dalhanic working down low. Dalhanic, a little push shot. Cicatini for the rebound. And he almost had a double-double in the first half alone, Sean.
Phenomenal on the boards, dominating the rebounds and getting so many second chances off his own rebounds. It's been crucial for him. And it's been crucial for the Mohawk offense in general.
And Matt Fennell earns a trip to the line. Hopefully this will get him going. He had a couple shots early on, but he's pretty quiet for the leading scorer of this team for most of that first half.
Definitely, definitely. Matt Fennell known for hitting dagger threes. He's only 1 for 4 from beyond the three-point line in this first half. He definitely need more production from him.
And that's coming off an 8 from 14 performance from the three-point line for Matt Fennell in the last win against Niagara.
When you're connecting with 8 three-pointers, it's hard for any team to overcome the contribution you're making on offense.
Absolutely, and now we see the zone defense working. Dalhanic down low with his length, able to alter and affect that shot. I think he came away with a block. Shot clock winding down for Bewley. Cicatini battles for the rebound. He comes away with it. That's his 10th of the game.
Smart heads-up play by Cicatini, just deflecting it off of a Humber player out of bounds.
You're right, Sean. He was falling out of bounds there and able to throw it off of his defender. Got a 3-on-3 break now, led by Alex Reese with a nice pass to another big dunk from Andrew Cicatini. Vinsanity in action here at the David Braley Center.
Phenomenal pass by Reese to connect with, give Cicatini the open lane, and then Cicatini just sends it right home.
So we talked about Reese's soft hands in the first half. He's kind of a deceptive passer. Speaking of deceptive passes, Bewley feeds it inside.
Reese is really one of those players that does it all for the Mountaineers. He can shoot from distance, he can attack the rim with his size, and he rebounds well. But he also has soft hands for great touches and great finishes around the net.
Well, he knows what it takes to win. He's got a lot of experience. This is his 5th and final season with the Mohawk Mountaineers. He was a part of the national championship team from 2 years ago, as well as the second place team in the province last year.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the major contributors over the past couple of years for Mohawk. Definitely a staple in their lineup.
And Brett Newman hits the free throw. Dalhanic continues to bring the ball up for the Mountaineers. It's a little bit surprising.
Definitely an interesting strategy, having the big men carry the ball up for you. I wonder what's going through Yonker's head when that's being run.
And now Reese working another pass to Cicatini. Cicatini battling hard down low, and he gets fouled. He's being held by 3 players there. The ball might have been wrapped up, but he was also being draped by the defenders all over him.
Chad Bewley definitely not happy with that call, but as soon as he pivoted his back towards Bewley, he was draped right over top of him. It's hard not to call foul in that position. Cicatini connects on the first shot.
And the assistant coaches for Humber are now complaining to the refs about the foul discrepancy. 16 fouls were called against the Humber Hawks in the first half to only 6 against the Mountaineers.
It's been a scrappy game both ways. Yeah, the calls haven't been going Humber's way so far, but
I think that's just a factor of Mohawk playing aggressive offense on the interior and battling for rebounds. That's where they're picking up all the fouls against Humber.
Mohawk is definitely playing smart defense, and they're communicating well. It's cutting down on a lot of the mistakes that Humber's been making this game.
Cicatini now out of his element, out top of the key to Fennell. Fennell from downtown Barton Street nails the three-pointer.
He makes it look so easy when he lines up for those three-pointers. It's so casual when he drains them.
Ramirez loves those corner shots. He had a number of them in the first half, but misfires there. Alex Reese now right back to Dalhanic, drives to the bucket and is fouled. And there's another foul. Coaches for Humber will not be happy about that, but Dalhanic absolutely earned a trip to the line there.
Yeah, he had that one dead to rights. He was attacking the net beautifully. Almost had that go for him, but just rimmed out the last second.
Misfires on the first.
Thank God I brought 13 plays. Always early.
Ramirez with the drive off the mark, rebounded by Fennel. Gets it to Exenis Brereton, who pushes the tempo, finds Cicatini down low, almost dunked that one, but snuck the ball in anyway.
Great touch to still make sure he got that in the net. The dunk wasn't there, which he was looking for, but he still made it drop.
Here's Bewley now working against the shot clock. And that is Brett Newman with the mid-range jumper.
Good look for Newman. He had the opportunity to take that nice shot from good range, so you got to take those shots, and when he's connecting with them, you have to get a hand in his face.
Brereton pulls up, fouled. Humber coach is incredulous right now. They can't believe the call.
That foul was on RJ Ramirez. Definitely not the person you want to be getting in foul trouble for Humber so far. He's been the main source of their offense in this first half. And
yeah, he was their leading scorer with 13 in the first. Brereton, free throw, good. Brereton's second free throw is true. And the Mountaineers have established a 9-point lead here, 4 minutes into the second half. Ramirez brings the ball up the court, passes it over to Bewley. Ramirez working hard, looking for an open teammate. Tries to use the screen, but Brereton is right on him. Bewley now. Light body under the net, nice up and under move.
Jermaine Lightbody there really sold the pump fake and gets Mohawk to jump.
And set up from the nice pass by Bewley. He's really impressed me so far with his passing.
It's hard to tell what position he plays on the court, but because he's doing a little bit of everything, but he's been effective so far for Humber.
And we have a transition opportunity for Humber. Fennel is unable to stop Ediful. Defensive intensity picking up now for Humber. Brereton tries to bring the ball up the court. Brereton, nice moves, pulls up for the jumper. Nice looking shot, but off the mark. Humber lets the ball go out of bounds. They will maintain possession. Ediful waits to pick up the ball. Here's Bewley now. He's really a good passer, and there's another solid pass, but unable to corral it is Jermaine Lightbody, and now Alex Reese leads the break. The big man, he wants to slow down and wait for his teammates. Risky pass by Reese, and it ends up being turned over. Sloppy play there.
Yeah, I definitely need a sharper pass from Reese there. A little more decisiveness on that attack.
Well, he jumped up in the air and he had nowhere to go with the ball, and he just forced it in.
He really ran out of options there.
Ediful with a nice three-point shot. There's Exenis Brereton. Brereton really coming out firing in the second half. Three-pointer is good from Exenis Brereton.
Much needed three-pointer from Brereton. Extends Mohawk's lead back to 5, but this is still a very, very tight game.
X able to stem the tide a little bit temporarily as Humber is getting back into this game. Cicatini battles for the rebound. We await the referee's call.
Blue ball looks like.
It's a good job by Ramirez, able to battle with Cicatini and keep the possession alive for his team.
Definitely. Cicatini's been a monster on the board so far for Mohawk. It's really been grabbing every rebound, hustling them all down. So it's a change-up for Ramirez to win that battle.
Now we see a lot of size on the court for the Mountaineers. You got Taylor Dowhanick at 6'11", Jeff Hunt, and Andrew Cicatini. A lot of length in the front court for the Mountaineers. The ball handlers are Exenis Brereton and Patrick Ivoroni. Ivoroni pulls up for three.
Our ball, let's go. That's it, Jermaine, good job. It's our ball. Looks like an off-ball foul on Ciccatini, and that will be a turnover for Humber.
Here's Ediful from the same spot he just hit one from. Ciccatini and Hunter down there for the rebound. Hunt comes up with it. Ivoroni has the ball in the front court now. Ball tipped by Bewley. Ivoroni gets in his Ciccatini, who has good position. It looked like he was fouled there, but he comes away with the bucket anyway. He's got a double-double now.
Great touch by Ciccatini.
Here's Ediful. Light body back to Ediful. Looking to feed the ball inside, can't do it. Nice pass there by Morrison. Blocked easily by Dowhannick. He did not even leave his feet. He just swatted away with two hands there.
Monster block by Dowhannick. Huge, huge play.
And Ciccatini again, just been a monster down low, and now the Mohawk bench is really getting into this game.
Such an aggressive move to the net. Absolutely manhandles way to the rim.
Bewley with a tough step back three, no good. Ciccatini with another rebound. He gets thrown by number 5, Edmarin Rogers. That could be a technical foul there.
The Humber coaches earlier in the game were arguing that grabbing the jersey is a technical foul, so let's see if the refs actually listen to them.
This game starting to get chippy now. And we do have a foul. Is it a technical though? Maybe not. Looks like it's just a personal foul, and Ciccatini will earn a trip to the line. Hits the first. Andrew Ciccatini raising his free throw shooting percentage for the season. You know, I think he'll still be shooting higher from the field though after this game.
It's about the shots he takes. He's so aggressive towards the net, and he's focused on taking such high percentage shots that, and that combined with his touch has really made him such a successful player in the post.
Oh, for sure, Sean. He doesn't really take bad shots. He doesn't take shots that he can't make. He did have that one three-point attempt, I think, in the first half, maybe inspired by Chris Bosch, but after that, it's been all inside looks, good opportunities. And
yeah.
Ivoroni leads the break now. You see what we mean? It looks like he was shot out of a cannon.
Such high intensity off the bench, and that's what they asked for from Ivoroni. He really pushed the tempo as soon as he gets out there, and it's hard for defenses to match up against him.
And Mohawk now will shoot free throws for the rest of the quarter on every foul as the Humber Hawks are over the limit.
Another thing that Mohawk's been doing well this game has been drawing fouls and looking to get into bonus early.
They've done that in every quarter so far.
And that's a huge statistic for Mohawk, getting into the bonus. It's just easy points, free points on all the, especially in a scrappy game like this where everyone's playing defense. It's a potential for easy points.
Well, Mohawk's certainly been earning their trips to the line, but we can see why the coaches at Humber are not happy. The free throw discrepancy in the first half was 16 made free throws for Mohawk, only 4 out of 5 attempts for Humber. And that story has not changed in the second half.
Humber's hitting their shots when they get to the line. It's just they're not getting the opportunities because of Mohawk is playing such stout defense, smart defense. They're not getting the chances.
And this is Ryan Cook at the free throw line for Humber now.
Lucky call going Mohawk's way, unable to corral the rebound in, and they got an out-of-bounds call go their way, luckily.
Ivoroni sets up the play for the Mohawk. Fennell pulls up for a shot. Dowhannick rebound. Good pass down to Jeff Hunt. Tough shot from him, though. Matt Fennell just so aggressive down there. Comes away with the ball. There's 3 Hawks players down there, and Matt Fennell alone for the Mountaineers, and he still had the ball.
Out-muscling 3 different defenders to get the ball and then go up with it. Such a hustle play from Matt Fennell, and a really really tells you how he really wants to score and really get to the rim so aggressively.
And we talked about him scoring from all different facets, from inside, outside, earning trips to the line, and that's why he's third in the province in scoring at 22.7 a game, Sean.
It's his versatility. It's impossible for defenders to match up on him. You really need to do something like Mohawk and play a help defense in order to account for a player like Fennel.
Fennel shooting 82.4% from the free throw line this season. Looks to make the second.
Great stroke from Fennel. He looks so fluid at the line.
Substitution for the Hawks, we have Brett Newman checking into the game for Matthew Marshall. Sam Hinton brings it up, passes to Ediful. Working against this zone defense. See the Mountaineers talking a little bit now. That's what Coach Jonker was stressing in the first half. We have a foul call.
That's an offensive charge on Humber off the ball. Patrick Ivoroni, great to draw that call.
He really gets under the skin of the opposing team.
And that plays a leg a little bit like Reggie Miller, really just frustrating opponents, making them make mistakes they wouldn't normally make.
He's aggressive on defense, and a lot of opponents don't like that. And look how quickly he pushes the ball up the court.
It's the tempo he sets off the bench, and that's really why he's so valuable as a sixth man. Is the fresh legs he provides to the team. He can really give them a tempo boost really quickly.
And that's why Coach Jonker trusts Ivoroni as a second-year player, being his main player to come in off the bench and get most of the minutes.
Definitely the sixth man for Mohawk. Really invaluable to the way they play their ball.
The Mountaineers have opened up a 15-point advantage here in the third quarter. This game's starting to slip away from the Hawks a little bit, but I wouldn't put it past them to get right back into this game if they could just get a few open looks for RJ Ramirez and Ediful.
They're still playing aggressive basketball, Kyler. It's just the shots aren't going for them, the calls are not going their way, and Mohawk is playing superb defense. If they can transition the ball properly and really get the pace going for them, it can be their game, no problem.
And that's not what you want to see from the Hawks there, as they commit an unforced turnover, fumbling the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, sloppy turnovers like that really aren't going to get them anywhere.
You do not want to give this Mountaineers team extra possessions. They will capitalize.
Absolutely. Ivoroni's looking to burn them right now.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter now. Alex Reese at the top of the key. Ivoroni. Miscommunication between Reese and Ivoroni. Here's DJ Morrison, works it around. Ediful gets it, looking to find RJ Ramirez in the corner. And we have another offensive foul.
Sloppy pick from number 5, Tevin Cooper. The illegal screen, he was not planted at all, and he really looked to extend his block, and the refs were right there to catch it.
The Humber coach is not happy. Alex Reese unleashes a three, no good. Jeff Hunt fighting for the ball and puts it back in.
Great touch right under the net. That was a difficult angle for Hunt to finish that shot at.
And Mohawk has really closed this quarter strong, opening up a 17-point lead. It's going to be almost an insurmountable lead heading into the fourth quarter. It's going to take a really strong effort from the Hawks to come back in the final 10 minutes.
But, you know, just like we saw in the second quarter, Humber is capable of cutting down those big leads if RJ Ramirez starts getting in the zone, as well as Chad Bewley. They can both hit from range, as we've seen in the first half.
That's right, Sean. 5 seconds left here for the Mountaineers to get a shot off, and a turnover directly to Ediful. Matt Fennel just threw it right to his opponent.
Yeah, that was a sloppy play, but it was something that can, it's not traditional of Matt Fennel.
No, it was unexpected to see that, but nonetheless, the Mountaineers holding on to a 15-point advantage. And one of the big things that's going on right now is that Humber is complaining a lot. Their bench is upset. They're getting into a battle with the referees here right now. Not only the Mountaineers, but they're fighting a war on two fronts here, it seems like.
You really
And some highlights now from that third quarter of action. We've got Alex Reese frozen, and now the play starts. Nice pass.
No look, just knows that Cicchettini will be there ready for it.
Cicchettini leading the game in dunks so far. He's got 2 or 3 dunks, including one monstrous one. There's Ediful, who's really been a strong player for the Hawks team.
One of the few bright spots for Humber so far this game.
Near dunk by Cicchettini, but 2 points.
There's Ediful connecting again. He's been one of the only offensive presence from Humber this game. And that was Hunt finishing at such a difficult angle on that last one. It was really a really tricky shot for him to finish, and it was a great touch by him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see in this fourth quarter what lineup Coach Jonker sends out there. He had Jalen Bailey, the first-year player, on the court in the first half. Didn't see him in the second half at all in the third quarter there. Mostly it's been the starters and the experienced players.
Yeah, they really do focus on their big 7. They have their starting 5 of Brereton, Reese, Cicchettini, Fennell, and Dowhanick, but they also really rely on Ivorone and Jeff Hunt off the bench, and those 7 players in combination, they work well together and they push the ball together, and as long as they're staying fresh, they're a fearsome bunch.
And they're really interchangeable too. You can have almost any combination of those players out on the floor and they still have an effective presence on offense and defense because of their size and just their skill set.
A bunch of players are very versatile, so that it's easy, to interchange those players like no problem.
You've got Dowhanick, who's your clear-cut center, and then you probably got Cicchettini, who's definitely your power player down low. But after that, everyone can just play any position on this Mohawk team.
Really, and you can also get players to contribute in categories that they normally, the position normally wouldn't. So when you get someone like Reese getting tons of rebounds at the 3 position, it's really going to make hard mismatches for defenses to counteract.
We've seen Reese be a playmaker as well in this game.
Definitely. There's a lot of different playmakers on this team in different ways, but they really work well together, which I think is their #1 strength, the teamwork and the cohesion in the way that they play.
Ramirez for 3. Jeff Hunt grabs the rebound. Matt Fennell now double-teamed, gets it to Hunt. Good passing. Alex Reese appears to be hurt. He's struggling to get into the front court. And now he's looking to take a knee, and Mohawk doesn't realize it, but they finally call a timeout.
That's going to be an injury timeout from the referee. The ref finally did notice Reese take a knee at the end, so it'll be Mohawk ball on the sidelines. They won't be charged with a personal timeout, though.
And Dowhanick checks in for Reese.
It looked like Reese rolled an ankle or something. He was still getting off the court on his own strength, so hopefully that's not a too serious injury for Reese.
And Cicchettini gets hacked. He looks to add to his double-double in the game so far.
Well, that's the worst mistake he can do so far is send Mohawk to the line. They've really been killing Humber with these free buckets.
I think Humber coach Collins would agree with you on that one.
Definitely, they're deep. Humber's been there, but they haven't been quick enough to get in place to play clean defense. They've been getting a little choppy, and the refs have been picking up on it. And when you get your coaches complaining about it on the other end, it's not going to help your cause.
Dowhanick finally gets beaten on defense. You don't see that happen too often.
Yeah, he's usually pretty stout on those one-on-one situations and knows how to communicate when he does need help from Cicchettini or Fennell. But sometimes
Dowhanick feeds Fennell down low. And Fennell trying to draw the foul, gets called for the foul instead.
Yeah, RJ Ramirez drawing the charge in the post down there. He was set up dead to rights. You can't. He had him. He was waiting for him.
Here's Bewley back into the game now.
That was another foul on Humber, number 33.
Greg Edelsword.
Yeah, these are the mistakes that is baffling the Humber bench right now. They do not understand why that call was made, but these are the mistakes that are costing Humber right now.
Fennel battles, gets his own rebound. Chance for a three-point play here.
Absolutely wrong.
And that is a huge swing for Humber.
And the Humber team not happy right now with the way the calls have been going in this game.
A quick 2 fouls to start the fourth quarter off for Humber, and this is not the way that they want to start off this final quarter.
They're really being thrown off their game plan by the referees here, and I can't even say that there's been an overwhelming amount of calls that have been blatantly against them. I mean, Mountaineers have just been forcing the pressure down low, and you see Matt Fennel, 2 or 3 attempts down low.
And that's it, right? When you have a guard matching up with him down low, it's hard for him not to foul while playing defense, someone such as big as Fennel.
And Humber coach Collins reminding the referees the foul count in this game. 30 fouls against Humber, only 10 against the Mountaineers.
It's hard to blame the refs in this for Humber's woes this game, though. It's been a scrappy game, and the refs are trying to keep control. It's
Nice pass by Bewley, huge dunk. Maybe that'll get something going for Humber.
monster dunk. The ball
and that was number 5, Emerin Rogers, with the highlight play.
It gives Humber a chance to set the full court press.
Brereton pushes it up court though. And he's got some fancy moves. Drives right to the basket, but it's blocked. But Mohawk will maintain possession. He's able to drive right by his defender, but the last line of defense there, Rogers was able to block him.
Yeah, Rogers was there waiting for him, but it was a great attack to the net. You could tell he was looking for a second option, but nothing really arose for him.
Nobody cutting to the basket for Brereton there.
So he was looking to draw the foul, but that didn't work, but at least they still retained possession.
And Jonker brings Matt Fennel back into the game, going with the experience now.
Oh, Fennel was open in the corner there.
They just missed him.
Yeah,
there's Ediful.
Loose ball foul on Mohawk. That's going to go against Jeff Hunt.
(74-57) with 7:39 to play in this fourth quarter.
Mohawk is really starting to pull away from Humber in this final quarter, and it's really starting to wear down the Hawks.
Here's a 3 by Ramirez off the mark, rebounded by Fennel. Yeah, the Mohawk Mountaineers really looking to push the lead in the division standings over this Humber team, looking to hand them their 3rd loss of the season. Mountaineers only with 1 loss on the year, and we see Cicatini being called for the travel down low.
It was a good move with a nice power step, but he just couldn't get the ball up quick enough.
Blocked by Dalhanic, rejected. Some fancy dribbling now from Exenis Brereton. Now the ball is really zipping around the court, but Bewley's able to knock it away.
Some great passing by Mohawk, just 1 pass too many for them.
Here's Ediful for 3. Cicatini with the rebound. Not sure how many that is. He must have 15 rebounds already.
Easily. He's been dominating the boards all game.
Dalhanic from Brereton. Interior pass, blocked by Cicatini, but Rogers is fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
That foul is on Cicatini. That's really what you want him to. That's what we want from Cicatini, though. You need to see him be playing defense on the other side as well. connects on that second one and gets subbed out.
See the press defense now from the Hawks, who really gonna have to make something happen.
Mohawk hasn't had trouble really breaking their press so far today, but
No, we see it again by Ivoroni, easily gets it up into the front court.
but when they settle back in the half court is when the problems start arising for Mohawk. They really need to attack the net more aggressively, get there quicker.
Fennell dribbles, finds an open man. Dowhanic with a nifty move just off the mark, though.
Very nice backdoor attack from Dowhanic.
A reverse layup, almost blocked by Brereton there, but Humber's able to connect, and that was Ediful with the layup. Fennell now battling Brereton. Cicatini works from the high post. Wide open, just off the mark, and long rebound goes to Matt Fennell. Brereton now working some clock, setting it up outside, finds Fennell. Backcourt mates. Fennell now dribbling around the court. Cicatini wide open down low. He's gonna score, but no. Off the mark, kept alive by Dowhanic. Dowhanic puts it back.
Great follow by Dowhanic. Way to keep with the play.
That was set up by Cicatini's great position. Misfired, and then Dowhanic just cleaned up the garbage.
And that's how Mohawk's been dominating this boards. It's the intensity, it's the hustle, right? They haven't quit on plays, and they've been getting second chances that have been really crucial for them.
Right now, Mohawk sitting with a 18-point lead, under 5 minutes to play. Got a timeout coming up from the Humber Hawks. And this is not a good start to the weekend for the Humber Hawks.
Definitely not. This is not the way that they were envisioning this matchup against the Mountaineers. Mountaineers have been getting under their skin on defense, and it's really been frustrating their game plan. And calls haven't been going their way. And
that's right, Sean. Humber, a lot of players visibly frustrated, and it starts with the coaching staff too. They're very visibly frustrated by what's gone on in this game so far.
The thing about getting into arguments with the referees is that it's not gonna, they're never gonna change their calls for you. So it's really, all it is creating negativity.
You're not gonna win that battle with the referees.
If anything, you're just gonna get yourself into more trouble, and you really just need to stay calm and not let it affect your bench and keep playing through it.
I think in every basketball game that's ever been played, the referees are still undefeated.
Yeah, they don't lose, yeah. We are.
With 5 minutes to go, Mohawk is nearly on pace for their season averages of 96 points per game scored, while holding the opponents to only 75. Humber has got 62 points right now with under 5 minutes to play. Mohawk with 78, looking to add to that total. Dowhanic is open in the corner. He's not going to shoot it though.
It's important Mohawk controls the pace of these last 5 minutes and really takes the shots that they want to take, really wind down the clock.
Cicatini has the ball stolen by Bewley on that play. And here's Ediful, who's been really good for them in the second half.
Another nice finish from Ediful. This is what Mohawk wants to avoid. They're trying to slow down the pace in their favor, but it's not going to work if they can't move the ball effectively.
They really want to work some clock now with this big lead. Here's Xenis Brereton working against Ediful, right up in his chest. Brereton blows by him though, loses the ball though.
Great move, but Ramirez was right there. He was anticipating it and got a poke check in.
Here's Ediful, takes one step up, fires a three, no good. Matt Fennell, strong fight for the rebound.
Monster board.
Xenis Brereton now. Ivoroni, he holds the ball. Cicatini down low. He's wide open, why not shoot it? And it's good.
Can't leave him that open. He's comfortable from all that range.
That was about a 16-foot jumper.
And he had a good 4 feet between him and his defender, so he's not gonna miss that shot.
Now it's Brett Newman who answers after the lapse on defense against Cicatini, gets it right back.
Same goes both ways. You can't leave Newman open either. He'll hit from that mid-range.
Here's Dowhanick to Brereton. Brereton is fouled. Driving to the basket. And the Humber player shaken up right now.
Great charge take. We'll be there 20 minutes early. Good job. We know what it's going to be, though.
That's AJ Ramirez. He gets up. It's a little shaken up on the play.
But he stays in the game, which is the most important thing for Humber, really. Ramirez is one of their few weapons outside from distance.
Chad, watch the back screen, Brett. Just switch it, big switch. Here you go.
Looking to get it to Cicatini down low, and that's his office right there. He just puts on his suit and tie and brings his briefcase to work every day. Cicatini with a chance for a three-point play. It looks like we might have a technical foul now. The referee's discussing it amongst each other.
According to the bench, that call was called on number 11, Brett Newman, for the technical.
Cicatini misses the first. And now Matt Fennell will shoot the technical free throws. Just been a parade to the free throw line for the Mountaineers.
It seems that the more and more that the Humber bench is complaining about these calls, the more and more are going against them. And really is not working out well for them in this fourth quarter.
And turnover for the Mountaineers. And that's Brett Newman, who just picked up the technical, making an effort on defense to get the ball, and he's got a chance for some free throws.
Dowhanick refused to make it easy for him, though.
As he always does.
Contested that shot to the very end, despite drawing the foul.
It's a 17-point lead for the Mountaineers now. 3 minutes to play. Newman is good on both.
Ryan Cook subs into the game for Newman.
Full court press coming up for the Hawks. And Brereton sneaks away, but does not. Turns the ball over, gets it to Ramirez.
Ooh, sloppy play on both ends. Sloppy passing by Mohawk causes the turnover,
Yep.
but Humber unable to finish even when they get it.
Brandon Sam Hinton does learn a trip to the line, though. And this is exactly what the Mountaineers don't want. Repeated points when the clock is stopped.
Definitely. It's this is where games are won and lost at this charity line, and it's really important that Mohawk learns to play tough defense, just like they are playing in the first half of this game, but continue it all the way through to the fourth quarter, especially when they're getting tired and lazy.
And for Humber, that's just what they need to do. They've scored 4 points in 8 seconds here. Matt Fennell gets it up court now. Aggressive defense from the Hawks. Cicatini down low. He's been open all game down there.
And it seems like Cicatini can do no wrong today. Every attempt he makes, attacking the net beautifully.
He's either got a bucket or earns a chance to go to the line.
So working hard down low today, and it's really been paying off for him.
And it's really been paying off for this Mountaineers team. Now we've got an informal timeout. Gives both coaches a chance to talk to their teams.
For Jonker, it's going to be about controlling the pace and owning the shot clock, making it their game, Mohawk's game, and it's really gonna be that's what's gonna be crucial in these last couple of minutes.
Well, the Mountaineers, they want to wind that shot clock right down on every possession they have. Cicatini's been really on point with his free throws today.
It's been huge for them. It's really helped extend their lead when they needed it.
You can see why this Humber team is 5-2 on the year, and they're a really strong team. Though they've been battling so far this afternoon, very hard,
very aggressive, very aggressive. They don't quit. They've been here all game.
And there's a corner three from Ramirez. They get down and then they just don't give up. They fight right back. There's no quit in this team, even though they're facing a deficit. Here's Matt Fennell with a nice floater. Off the mark, but gets his own rebound. He gets his own rebound again. And we have a technical foul on Humber. They've been chirping all day, and finally it's catching up with them.
They really got to realize that talking to the referee is not going to do them any benefit.
Coach Collins calling it the referee show now, and that gets him tossed from this game. And the fans in the house are really giving it to him now.
Giving him a nice farewell. But
we're going to have 6 straight free throws coming up for the Mountaineers here.
It's going to be a difficult spot for Humber to be in. You really can't add to the fire there when just more talking. The referees are clearly not happy with the attitude from the Humber team on the court.
I'm surprised actually that there weren't any technical fouls called earlier in the game.
This has really been coming to a boiling point for all game.
Absolutely.
The way this game's being called.
And coach leaving the floor now. Got Coach Collins talking to us now. Talking about conspiracy theories on the day after the 50th anniversary of the JFK shootings.
Definitely an interesting take on the game.
Could be the mafia involved in this free throw debacle here that
some sort of
Humber coach sees.
Some sort of gambling ring, maybe? Who knows?
Who knows how high it goes, Sean?
So this is going to be a rough next couple of weeks for the Mohawk team. They have this game against a tough Humber team, and then next week they'll be facing another team that is tied in for second with them in the standings in Fanshawe. Fanshawe, another powerful team that's been doing quite well this year. It's, only 1 loss under their belt as well.
Well, coming out off a win from this game here against Humber, that should give them some confidence heading forward and some momentum on the season.
Definitely, it shows that they can compete with the top level teams. They've been blowing out really weaker teams in the earlier men of the season, but this shows that they can compete with the best teams in the conference.
And while the Santa Claus parade might be next weekend, the free throw parade is right now for the Mountaineers, as Matt Fennell just continues to add to his point total.
It looks like practice. He's just shooting shot after shot.
And now up to a 19-point lead for Mohawk, almost right on their season averages of scoring 95.6 and allowing 75. And we have a pass to Xenis Brereton here, who has a strong cut. Cicatini gets the rebound, though. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? And he puts it back up and in.
While being double teamed. Anything new from Cicatini? No.
No, all game long.
Consistent performance. Phenomenal on both ends
nice
of the
pass
ball.
by Bewley, though. I'm going to go ahead right now, and I'm going to give Andrew Cicatini player of the game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. He's been dominant on both sides of the court.
Gets another offensive rebound this time. I wish I had him on my fantasy basketball team right now, Sean.
Oh, my goodness. He's doing better than LeBron statistically wise.
Some Kevin Love-like numbers out there.
Oh, you got to love it.
Big double-double for Cicatini. Here's Alex Reese now going one-on-one as the shot clock and game clock winds down. And we have a kick ball on Humber. Humber coach is saying that it was an unintentional kick and should not have been called. Dowhanick working on the low block. Nice moves for him. Bewley rebounds. And this game is just winding down. We are in garbage time now, but Bewley doesn't think so. He thinks it's highlight time with that nice pass.
Great floater from Ediful.
Brereton works it into the front court now. Skips it over to Reese. The Mohawk will just burn some clock here. Look for X to work off the dribble here. Just blows right by his defender. Dishes it off to Dowhanick. Dowhanick misses but gets the rebound. Second and third chances in this second half have really helped Mohawk.
It's really been the story of the game.
Big lead.
Definitely, definitely. It's really been the story of the game so far, how many chances they've been getting off of their missed shots. And it's really been...
Reese to Exennis Brereton. Air ball. Rebounded by Cicatini, but picked off. Still counts as a rebound for Cicatini. Oh, we almost see a putback jam by Rogers there. He had a huge dunk earlier in the game.
Gets his own rebound and spins to the basket for an and-one play, though. Great hustle.
Emron Rogers, he's got some ups. And 10 seconds left in this game here. Let's just hope a fight doesn't break out between the Humber coaches and the referees.
It has been quite heated between the two for the entire game.
One shot.
Final 10 seconds of the game, and the Mohawk Mountaineers will move to 6-1 on the season. 10 seconds left. Cicatini handles the ball. Ivoroni moves it in the front court, and no need for a shot here. Just dribble the ball until the clock expires. And the crowd really giving a strong round of applause to this Mountaineers team. This is a good win for them, heading into a slew of tough opponents coming up. And good to see everybody shaking hands after this game.
And there's one of Cicatini's
big
monster
dunk by
dunks.
Cicatini, sending a player to the floor.
That was one of Ramirez's late threes in the game. Cicatini's been playing, was dominant in the entire game inside the paint on both sides.
Okay.
No, home game, home game? Another, Cicatini was really the dominant force in this game the entire time.
Big win for the Mountaineers there, Sean. What impressed you most?
Definitely the play on both sides of the ball for Andrew Cicatini. He was aggressive rebounding and attacking the net with a couple monster dunks for him in the game.
Big win for the Mountaineers in their next game coming up December 4th at 6 p.m.
That'll be against Sheridan, the undefeated first place in the East or in the West Conference right now. It'll be a tough game for them. Sheridan was the team that knocked Mohawk out of the OCAH championship game last time.
Looking to get some redemption against Sheridan in that next game, and we will see you then. That is all for us. I'm Kyler Sanderson.
And I'm Sean Marenka.
Stay classy.